Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it has been quite some time since I've last uploaded my video, and honestly guys, I don't want to make it an excuse, but I was swamped with a lot of work. I recently started a 9 to 5 job from Monday to Friday, so I had all these videos recorded ahead of time, but I got barely no time to sit down and do a voiceover for you. And what is a video without the voiceover, right? So anyhow, this is the look that I've done a couple of weeks ago, and finally it's here and I've decided to upload it. Sorry for all that wait time. I really apologize, but thanks for sticking by. So we're gonna start it off with some primer. For that, I'm going to be using my Embroilist priming cream. This is actually a cream slash a primer. This primer is one of the best primer that I have used by far, in my opinion. This works amazing on all clients. Even personally, I like to use it on myself as well, and works on every kind of skin. Next, I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and it is in the shade Peach, and I'm going to be basically applying this all over my dark circles and my hyperpigmented areas. And using a stippling brush, this is by MAC Cosmetics, I'm just blending it all into my skin. I did apply a little too much, but it's okay because I did get a lot of sunburn around my face because I've been out in the sun quite a bit, so that could be a reason. Next, I'm going to take my Maybelline foundation. This is a 24-hour stay foundation by Maybelline. I believe it is in the shade 320. Now, if you notice the way I'm blending this foundation, I'm making sure I go in a dabbing motion. Especially if you want a full coverage foundation, you definitely want to dab the foundation in the middle portion of your face. And when you go outwards, like such as the outer perimeters of your face, you can definitely go ahead and swipe it. Like here, I'm just swiping across my forehead, and that's totally fine. You can do that as well. What I like about this Maybelline foundation is it has amazing coverage, and because it is a drugstore product, it definitely is one of my favorite pick when it comes to a drugstore full coverage foundation. Now you can already see the difference. It's a huge difference how beautifully it blends to my neck. Okay, to balance everything out right now, because my foundation has a little bit too much of orange undertone, we are now going to balance it up with some concealer, and it is in the shade called Sand. I was like, I was gonna say sand, but I decided to say the concealer in shade Sand. So again, taking a small stippling brush by MAC Cosmetics, I'm dabbing those areas that I want it to be highlighted. Another thing, if you notice about this foundation and the concealer, is actually Maybelline foundation, the 24-hour stay foundation, and the Age Rewind concealer does dry up fast. So it's a really good foundation to use, especially if you want the makeup to last longer, because it doesn't move or budge. So I personally do like using foundations that dries fast. And that is one of the main things that I like about a full coverage foundation, is that it dries really fast. And good thing about full coverage fast drying foundation is it doesn't look cakey throughout the day. Once the finishing of this makeup is done, you will see exactly what I mean by it not looking cakey, even though it's a full coverage foundation. So for contouring, I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is it's called a stick foundation, but I'm going to be using in the shade Chestnut, and I'm pretty much using a stick foundation as my contouring cream for today's makeup look. The brush that I'm using, it's quite intriguing for some people, because I know I get a lot of questions about what brush is this one. This is the MAC 197SH, I believe. I don't know if they have a bigger size for this, but this was the only size that I found at their store, so I ended up getting it because it's quite nice, especially because when you look at the stippling brush collection, I have I wanted something like this as well because it's nice and straight line. Also, it blends really well. Some long brushes like these are not soft enough to blend, but this really blends the contouring nicely. Like, it keeps the contouring cream within its area. It doesn't come into highlighting areas or anything, and it blends very, very well, very easily, so I love this one. Alright, so before I go and set my under eyes, I always like to blend my under eyes to make sure there's no lines or crease under my eyes. And same thing I do with my clients as well, is always make sure you go in again and blend your under eyes before setting it with powder or even baking it. For powder today, I'm using my Laura Mercier's translucent powder. I didn't show it on the camera, but honestly, it is one of my favorite powders I always use, and if you look at the color, you know it is Laura Mercier. If you're someone who loves Laura Mercier as much as I do, I think you will know this is what I'm using. Okay, and same thing with around my lips, around the laugh lines, because I feel like that's one area that a lot of people gets laugh lines as well, so I like to put it there. Also, if you have a client that doesn't get laugh lines, she might get it throughout the day because she will be interacting with people or laughing or smiling, so facial features will have movement, so that is something going to happen. Now to bronze slash contour, I'm going to be using my Hoola bronzer and just blending away the parameters of my face with it. And now I'm just dusting away all that powder sitting underneath my eyes and on my face. Basically all my powder that was baking, I'm just going to take it off. Next, I'm using this is the MAC Studio Fix powder in shade 42. I like to use that just a finishing touch, not too much of it, just basically dusting it all around my face and neck in case I missed an area. Now for blush here, I'm using one of my favorite blushes. This is called Modern Mandarin by MAC Cosmetics. However, though, I feel like it was a little too light for my taste, especially for today's look. So what I did was I used an eyeshadow from my Inglot collection. This is Inglot's new collection. It's called Inglot Play In Sheen Tangerine, and the shade I'm using, it's called Catch Me Up. It has a little orangey shade. I've been using this palette a lot. Not for today's look, but I've been recently using this palette on all of my clients. I don't know why, but all these colors are so staple to any makeup kit. Now I've pretty much set my eyelids with the same foundation that I've used. Whatever was left over on my brush, that's all I've used to basically blend that onto my lid. And then I moved on to using some eyeshadows. For the eyeshadow today, I'm going to be first starting it off with some NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette, and the shadow that I've used, it's like a bright red. It doesn't really have a name. Now the eyeshadow that I'm using, it is from the Huda Beauty Naughty palette. This is called a Naughty Nude palette, and the shade I've used, it's also called Naughty as well. It's kind of like a dark brown shade, and I'm just basically applying it on the outer corners of my eyelid. Next, using some foundation, the same foundation that I've used earlier. I am actually, sorry, my bad. This is not the foundation. This is the concealer that I've used, the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in shade Sand. And I'm just basically creating like a half cut crease look. I always like to look up to sort of know where the line ends for my crease. Now I want to make sure that my crease today doesn't look too harsh, so that's why I just kind of went in and blended with a little bit of that naughty color, and then I'm just setting the rest with the color called Hypnotic from that same palette, from Huda Beauty's palette. So for today's makeup look, I wanted to keep everything very matte, and here I'm just basically using the same color I've used earlier on my crease to sort of blend the lid and the outer edge together. For my eyeliner today, I'm going to be using the AMC Gel Eyeliner in the shade 90, and this is by Inglot Cosmetics. Now, you guys probably have seen me using the Gel Eyeliner 77, right? And this is a similar gel eyeliner, just it is in shade 90, which is basically a shade like brown. So it's a brown shade. And I wanted to keep it a very soft neutral. No, I wouldn't say like neutral, but I wanted to keep it very matte, nothing harsh. So I wanted to keep the eyes very summery vibe. Here I just basically wanted a very nice, beautiful winged eyeliner, but in the shade brown. And I think this is summertime is a really good time to try out different colored eyeliners, and they can totally change up the game. Sometimes I've used navy blues, I have used teal. If you look at my previous videos, I've actually used a color teal as my eyeliner. So there are many ways you can do things. Next, I'm using this NYX Wonder Brow, sorry, it's Wonder Pencil, basically on my waterline. This is kind of like a nude pencil. You can use any nude pencils of your choice. I just had this one handy, so I thought of using this one. And then next I'm using this Anastasia Beverly Hills M Resi highlighter. This is one of her newest release. Now it definitely looks silver, but it is not silver. I'm going to be using it on the inner corners of my eyes. That looks pretty, isn't it? Instantly just opened my eyes. Next, taking this brow pencil. This is by Annabelle, I believe, and it is in the shade dark brown. I will list down all the product details down below on the description box for you guys to have a look if you are not sure, or if you didn't hear from me on the video. And what do you guys think of my video quality and the background quality? Let me know, because I'm always constantly changing my backgrounds, because nowadays I'm not happy with what I have. So I'm constantly like changing it up. To be honest, I liked how the brow actually turned out. Quite impressed by it. So I'm using that highlighter on my brow bone a little bit. For some reason my camera just went out of focus, but you can see how shining that highlighter is. It's like gleaming through my eyes, sort of, you know, like it was just beautiful. And for lashes, I'm using the Star Beauty lashes in the a style called Hollywood. Basically the style is super heavy and it just makes the eyes look fluffier and like longer and very flirtatious. So I just was like, okay, I need these lashes on my life, right? So I just went ahead and put those on, and honestly, like as soon as you put lashes, it's like a game changer. Next, I'm using this Maven Beauties eyeliner. This is also in the shade brown. The reason why I'm using it, because I didn't want to use a gel eyeliner on top of my lashes, because I will be wearing these lashes a couple of times. So this is the best way I like to save my lashes from getting too damaged, because gel eyeliners are heavy and it can sit on the glue together with your lashes and it will be very difficult to take it off. Now, using the same highlighter on the bridge of my nose and also on the tip of my nose as well, and the inner corners of my eyes. And you can always use a smaller brush to make sure the highlighter sits amazingly and nicely on the tip of your nose and the bridge as well. Now, taking a highlighter brush, I'm just applying that on my higher points of my face. Love, love, love the way how the highlighter is turning out. Honestly, it looks silvery on the palette, but as soon as you apply, it just gives a very beautiful golden hue to it. Kind of like a sunset vibe, which is beautiful. For lip liner, I'm using this lip liner by MAC Cosmetics, and it is called Kiss Me Quick. It's a beautiful orangey red, which is something that I was already planning to go for today's look, and love the way it has turned out. Just wait till the end and wait how it looks. Next, I'm going to be using this color called Lady Danger. Right, that's what I believe that's what it's called. If not, I think it's, yeah, I think it's Lady Danger by MAC Cosmetics as well, which is also like a very vibrant orangey red. And then I'm using this color by Golden Reflection. This is in the shade called Fantasy. So after applying this lipstick, I think it looked a little too reddish. It kind of took away that orangey vibe. So I'm just gonna go back with my previous lipstick and just apply it just to make it look more like an ombre, which kind of turned out nice because now it looks like ombre. And this is the final look, guys. Tell me if you don't like this look, honestly. It is a very monochromatic makeup look where your eye shades and your lips sort of kind of blends together. But I feel like this look is so beautiful. Like, love the way it has turned out. I'm just gonna quickly do my hair. You can leave it with the straight hair just like this. Wear your jewelries or your outfit and you're just good to go. I think this will look amazing with a black, white, or even a very vibrant dress like the one I'm wearing. So this is what it looks like. Now to finish up the entire look, I'm going to spray myself with some makeup setting spray. This is the Glow Setting Spray by Inglaw Cosmetics that actually has a little bit of shimmer in it. So this is the final look, guys. The highlighter looked on point. The eyeshadows, the lips, sort of all blended in together so beautifully. Let me know what you guys think of this makeup look. I actually went in ahead and curled my hair with a small curler, basically to give it a lot of volume and sort of play around with it. I kind of like this. It kind of reminds me like a very Spanish summer tropical vibe kind of makeup look, and this is pretty much the time here in Canada. Very summery vibes, so I thought this makeup look just turned out amazing. Let me know what you guys think of this makeup look, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, guys. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you next time on my next video. Till then, take care, and also follow me on my Instagram. It's called Makeup by Mary, same name as my YouTube channel, and I'm always there. If I'm not on YouTube, you can always find me on Instagram. I'm always there. You can send me ideas of the looks you want to see and all that stuff, so feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'm always there. Thank you so much for watching once again, guys. I will see you next time. Till then, please take care of yourself and stay safe.